This episode of the Young Turks is brought to you by WestHost, offering premium web hosting since 1998. He says this would be his policy towards Libya and their oil. Clip number 4.
If somebody said, what would be your theory or what would you do in terms of Libya? I do one thing. Either I go in and take the oil or I don't go in at all. We can't be the policeman for the world.
Just take their oil?
Absolutely. I'd take the oil. I'd give them plenty so they can live very happily. I would take the oil. You know, in the old days,
Well, wait, we can't go-
Candy, in the old days, when you have a war and you win, that nation's yours.
What an unreal clown this guy is. Yeah, by the way, you know, in the old days, you would rape and pillage, quite literally. So you'd go in and you'd grab all the gold you could and all the valuable stuff, and then you would have your way with the women. That's how wars were in the old days. That's how part of how they got people to sign up for the army. Should we go back to that? And well, in this case, he would be raping their natural resources. So yeah, I'll help the rebels as long as I get to steal all their oil. I'll give them enough so that they can survive. Is he not merciful? Is he? This guy's actually running for office. But forget that he's running for office. He's leading in the Republican polls. I mean, forget what it says about Donald Trump. What does it say about the Republican voters? But the clown fest continues. Listen to what he says about what he'd do to OPEC. Clip number 3.
I mean, how do we get more oil without paying OPEC?
No, excuse me. There's so much oil, I just said. In fact, these analysts were saying they didn't know why the price wasn't going down because they said it's so much. There's so much oil coming out from all different sources. The one guy said the ships are loaded. They don't know where to dump it. And then they say, we don't understand why it's not coming down. It's not coming down because OPEC sets the price.
But we can't stop OPEC from setting the
we
price.
could do it so easily. We have such power if we knew how to use it. We don't use our power.
We need way to get
We
OPEC
need one
to
thing
lower the
going for us,
prices.
brain power. We don't use our brain power. We need one thing, brain power.
Okay, and what would be your one big idea to get OPEC to stop charging such high price gouging is what you assume?
Andy, it's the messenger. You know, I can send 2 executives into a room. They can say the same thing. One guy comes home with the bacon and the other one doesn't. And I've seen it 1,000 times. It's the messenger. We don't have the right messenger. Obama is not the right messenger. We are not a respected nation anymore. The world is laughing at us. You tell OPEC fellas that price is going down. Let me tell you, it'll go down if you say it properly.
Oh, yeah, the world is laughing at us because you're leading in the polls of one of our 2 major parties. The guy already has the red hair. Put a red bulbous nose on him, some floppy big shoes, and have him squirt water out of his lapel. This guy's a clown. You know what you need? You need brain power. He sounds like Bush. You need brain power. You know, you just go in there and you say to OPEC, you know, give me the bacon. First of all, they're Muslims, so I don't think they'd have any bacon. Second of all, he's like, hey, it's a messenger. You know, you just go in there and you just say, give it to me. I want low gas. Republicans, you ought to be embarrassed of yourselves, man. Leading in the polls? Sad. And at WestHost offers web hosting for 19 cents a day. You can't get cheaper. That's
right.
ridiculous. You could do web host transfers. Like you got a website, boom, transfer.
For free. You have 24/7 support.
60-day money-back guarantee. Well, then you literally can't lose. 25% off if you go to westhost.com/TYT.
You know what I think about that? I think West Host.
WestHost.